Pinpoint Weather, brought to you by Andre Rieu, live at Valley View Casino Center.
Every hour that goes by, we get closer and closer to a storm, and I'm not sure I'm ready for it, Robert. I hope the rest of San Diego is.
Yes, I know. We've been talking about this for the last several days. Really, since last week, we knew that this would be the stormy day, Tuesday into early part of Wednesday. Now, let's take a look at the satellite radar imagery and see what this storm is doing right now. We'll zoom on in. Northern California is where the storm is right now. There you see San Francisco and also the Monterey Bay area. You see some of the rain and then some of the snow that's already developing up in the Sierra. Then we're going to get our share of that as well as this storm comes our way. Now, let's take a look at the 10 News Pinpoint Doppler radar. We'll start with the composite radar, which enhances what's going on up in the mountains here. And so first you see what's going on along the coast. And then up in the mountains, I'm seeing this up around Palomar Mountain, already seeing some snow. I showed you the sky cam and the last time I showed up here, and it was completely blocked. So there is some snow. If not that, we're seeing some purple, which is a slushy mix down towards Mount Laguna and Julian. Some stuff popping up right on the ridge tops. We did check with the Laguna Resort up there, though, Laguna Lodge, and they say nothing down at that level there. So it's right now just around the ridge tops. Now let's talk about what's going on out along the coast, and we'll take a closer look at where the rain is. It is beginning to push in here in the North County. Oceanside down towards Encinitas and Del Mar. We see it right there. So along the 5, you're about to pop head on out. It's going to be wet. And then we'll move down towards San Diego, basically from south of Del Mar, La Jolla, San Diego, over towards Coronado. And there you see, there's Coronado, there's Point Loma. Finally getting some rain there. It's pushing in. And then downtown San Diego is right there, already getting some, perhaps right there, right around Petco Park in East San Diego. And then down in the South Bay, Imperial Beach, beginning to get some rain. So we'll see this off and on as we go into the afternoon hours in terms of when the big stuff will come. Well, that's going to be tonight. So winds beginning to develop already for the mountains and deserts. West winds 25 to 40, gusts up to 65, even 75 at some of those ridge tops. So it's going to be really windy for the coast and the valleys. You'll notice it too tonight. 20 to 30 winds, gusts to 40. And so a wind advisory goes into effect there at 6 o'clock tonight into tomorrow. Now, live sky cam Poway, you can see some of the dark clouds out there, 52 degrees. And sure enough, we saw on the radar just what is popping up there. 40s and 50s all across the area, 60s for the desert compared to 24 hours ago. 5 to 6 degrees cooler. How much rain are we getting out of this? Anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch for the coast and the valleys. More than that for the mountains, especially with snow. And the deserts, less than 1/4 of an inch out there. Now, when is the bulk of this coming? Again, we have some showers forecasted for the afternoon commute, but this evening is when we're going to be seeing the brunt of this storm. That's the situation at 10 o'clock, taking us to the early morning hours of Wednesday. So tonight, it's going to be a noisy one with the winds blowing and the rain coming down and possibly some hail in the early morning hours down to the valleys. And I wouldn't be surprised, even some of our coastal slopes. Coast 7-day forecast. When does this all blow out of here? Well, Wednesday, we start to taper things off. Thursday, a chance, but then Friday through the weekend, it's dry, but we stay a little bit on the cool side. Inland 7-day forecast, 3 days of 50s, but those low to mid 60s coming this weekend. That sounds nice. So just in time, the weekend clears out, but we got to get through this storm today and tomorrow.
Okay, Robert, thank you. Could be wet.
Yeah, and to stay on top of course, all the rain and snow where you are, you can always go to 10news.com and click on the weather section. Robert can't be here all the time, but you can go online 24 hours a day. You can also send us your weather photos and video.
You can follow him on Twitter.